I felt like the Odyssey was like everywhere, obviously before and after it premiered, as far as like social media is concerned. Maybe it's just my feed, but like I did not see any like discussion of Spider-Man. It's just like it came out, it made $1 billion, and like that was it. But I did not see the online hot takes of like, it was terrible, or oh, it was so great. I just didn't see any of that. It's like it just came out and it made all the money, and that was that.
I follow a few creators who made a point to talk about it. My guess is the Odyssey has more to dive into, just in terms of even controversy and uh, the potential readings that folks are pulling from it. Um, and so I think there's just more to talk about because honestly, there's so much that happens. I kind of want to watch the Ray Fiennes the return from like 2 years ago, which
Yeah.
is just the third act um, of Odysseus coming home, and I wonder how that plays itself. And if this, as much as I hate to say it, like would this have been more cohesive if it was two movies or a mini series? Um,
I definitely, you and I didn't really talk about it, like
I
this
just hate
aspect
saying
of
that.
it, but I feel like to hang so much of um the ending on the fall of Troy and like reframing it and everything. I do
FCP
think
Remix was not played one time, Noah, not once.
I do think you lose something by not having more context. Like obviously it's one of those
More
things where
con,
it's
yeah.
like they just kind of assume like, well, you know all the players, right? Okay, we don't need to show. And again, to the point that people were like, "Oh my God, Elliot Page is playing Achilles," and it's like Achilles does not appear on screen in this film. But I'm like, maybe you should have. Maybe there should have been, like you said, part one and part two, and like, or at the very least, more of like pre-fall of Troy, like actually explaining a little bit more context of like why, Helen and why she was taken and all. They could have seeded more of that, like this is actually the jealousy of men, and it's ostensibly over a woman, but it's actually over trade routes and all this other bullshit.
Hmm.
Like I feel like there's a way to make that hit more if you have any more time with those characters.
Well, and even God, I hate that I'm even talking about it because I don't want I don't want certain books stretched into three movies. And yet here is one that probably should have been, or even the episode of the week, right? Where it's all right, this week it's Cersei. This week it's the Giants. This week it's the Scylla. Like I think all of that maybe plays better if it's a week at a time.
Yeah.
Um, or given its due as 30-minute, 45-minute miniseries chunks. But Nolan's not going to make a miniseries, and nor should he. And I don't know if it's necessary. And oh brother, where art thou still exists. And so I mean, I have no hate for this movie. I don't dislike it. I think it cuts its own feet out from under itself with the ending. But that's just because of the reinterpretation of the story itself, where it's less about it being against the gods and the gods finally being like, no more bloodshed. Uh, uh, when you lean on this, oh, the violence in us, and we're making these choices, and this is the consequence of our own actions, and I'm rumbling with that all movie, which I think we talked about this on the phone. I think is a beautiful way to recontextualize that for a modern audience and can be a really wonderful conversation piece to have. But to have all that rumbling and then the final act be, and then I will react with violence to end this
And then I
movie
gotta
is
kill
kind
a
of
lot of
and I'm going
people.
to kill everybody John Wick style is accurate to the story, but it doesn't play with the themes that you've been dialing with this entire 3 hour span.
Yeah.
And so that alone just kind of makes it feel cheap.
Also didn't
Um,
really think about it, but like he deceives a bunch of people again and then murders them. You know
yeah,
what I mean? It's like, I mean, they deserve it, and it's like it's very satisfying to watch, but at the same time, you're like, I thought you were trying to tell us that that was bad, and
yeah.
but it's like he has to do it one more time, and then he has to go away because, anyways, whatever. Patrick, welcome to the show. We haven't really done a proper intro. We're waiting for more people to arrive, but we are recording. Did you see Spiderman?
I have not yet. Like it is I don't like going to packed movie theaters.
Understandable.
Me
Uh,
either.
and there was a time in my life like I wanted to see movies with a huge crowd, but that time has passed. I like to call it middle age. Um, but like every showing for the last week has been almost completely sold out, or the exact three places in a theater I like to sit are
We're
unavailable.
gone. Yeah.
Are you talking about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Dude, it's been even this weekend. I tried to go again to take my nieces because they wanted to go. Noah and I just went. I was in a little town in Colombia. Every showing was pretty much sold out. It's crazy. And what?
It's gonna probably end up clearing like $2 billion in the first 2 weeks.
That's wild.
Like one of the theaters here is called Columbus 12 because it has 12 screens. It was only
Clever.
showing 4 movies this weekend on its second weekend.
Spider-Man, The Odyssey, Toy Story 5, and Minions maybe, or maybe Moana.
It was Moana,
Moana. It's
Yeah,
gotta be. Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say it's gotta be Moana.
but like it was stacked. Spider-Man was stacked deep. I was like starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, 10:30. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I
Well, we've kind of been trickling in basically everyone's Odyssey thoughts as they've seen it. Ev gave a little bit last episode. Mayfield shared his at the top of this. Brendan still has not seen it. Gab has seen it, but we don't know when Gab's joining. But yeah, we'll continue to update on Odyssey thoughts and Brand New Day thoughts as people have seen it. But any other what we've been watching, maybe what I don't know if we want to kill time to wait for Gav or we got 4 people. Do we want to just
Did
dive
you
into what we're here to do? What are we thinking?
did you talk about Super Troopers yet?
I did not. What do we want to do? Do we want to do some more of what we've been watching? Do we want to kick things off? What do you think, Mayfield? I know we
I
had to
think we
push
we
time
we're
wise.
doing top 10 now at this point. So I think we have a little
We got
time
a little
to
cushion. We
a
got a
little
little
cushion.
cushion for sure.
We can kick
Uh,
around some recently watched.
yes, Brendan and I did see Super Troopers 3. Take it away, Brendan.
It was super, not duper. It was disappointment, to be honest. I don't have either of you seen it, Alex or Patrick?
No, I was not in love with 2.
Oh, see, well, we were
I'm in the
talking
same
about it
boat as
afterwards.
Alex.
Which is funny, like we were trying to remember. I remember watching two and being like, "Yeah, I had fun. I enjoyed that." But I couldn't tell you, minus the one horse scene in the woods. I don't remember the movie. Every joke, everything funny, everything that I love is all from number one. You know, everything that we were quoting is from number one. But number three is awful enough that like there was nothing to really even try to like quote or lean on at the end of the movie. Like, did I have a good time going and hanging with my buddy Noah and have a little fanboyish? Like, sure, but it was just bad. It was bad.
If we're comparing it to very late period third movies in comedy franchises, which are probably kind of a rarity, Clerks 3, far superior film. I feel like
I
some
don't
people
think
might
that
be
I don't
looking
think the
at me
movie.
blankly.
Well,
That
Clerks 3 had some meaning.
Yeah, Clerks 3 was genuinely moving, and that one I can't like separate from. That one I saw like with him presenting it like in
Okay.
person and then Q&A and everything in a room full of fans. I did not see it in the theater. So obviously I was like, this is a 9 out of 10. This movie is incredible. I have not rewatched it since, but in my memory, I was like, dude, to come back for a third bite at the apple after two, which was surprisingly like, oh shit, that was huge for our group in particular, like when we were in high school. Um, yeah, to take a third bite at the apple, that movie totally hit. This is what I worried Super Troopers 2 was going to be when it originally came out, which was basically just like if this movie was on streaming,
Sure.
we would feel fine about it. But the fact that we spent money and went to the theater and they had a pretty decent marketing campaign that made it feel like, oh, dude, they got, you know, two was enough of a success that they actually got some money for this one. And okay, we got the whole gang's back together. You even got Brian Cox, like, and to be fair, he all of his bits do totally kind of crush. Um, kind of the one thing that works in it. He's
The
also in it
small pieces that
for
he's in
like
there, yeah.
2 minutes and 30 seconds probably. So
So the best bits are all in the trailer and the
Yeah.
campaign because that made it
The
feel like there was going to be a movie there.
the
yeah.
movie the movie and there's nothing deep with any of the Super Troopers movies. It's not like some plot heavy. It's not what you're going to watch it for. But I didn't feel like the movie knew what it was. Mm.
Well,
Sometimes it felt like it was a little chaotic.
this is what I kind of pointed out afterwards is I was like, it almost feels like nobody knows how to make a movie like that anymore, even the guys who made it, which is like that movie is fairly plotless. It does have like a running plot in the background, but it is so relaxed. Like that's how it became a stoner classic, is because it's not like a pot heavy comedy. They do smoke weed in the movie, but it's just like it's a movie you want to hang out with. It's chill, it's relaxed. It's like it's not this like joke a minute type thing, but you remember every tiny little bit from it. It's one of those. It's about delivery and inflections. It's not even like jokes. It's like sometimes it's literally line deliveries that we still quote to each other to this day.
And that was the
And
second time I got crabs.
yeah, exactly. See,
Hey, Farvo,
and
what's that restaurant you love with all the shit on the walls?
Shenanigans?
Oh,
Every time.
it's just
There's none of that,
three
dude. There's
is
none of that.
and what's kind of even more disappointing and upsetting about it is like it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's not even like, oh, dude, th this it's just flat. Like no,
Yeah.
nothing hits, and it's not like poorly made. It's fairly competently made. I do think in our theater, I pointed this out to Brendan. Obviously, it didn't make much of a difference, but there was definitely some audio issues. Like literally, the mix sounded off. Like anytime there was like background music or score, it was mixed like way down and the dialogue was boosted like way up. And I was just like, I don't think this is how this is supposed to sound. And it just kind of threw the vibe off like from the opening sequence and it never really recovered from there. We don't have
When
to spend too much more time on Super Troopers 2,
yeah, don't go watch it. I mean, if you want to, I'd say stream it.
but
Well, and I,
don't also you don't really need to worry about streaming it. There's nothing there. There's nothing there.
well,
There's
and 2 points to make off of that is one, I need to go back and watch Club Dread because I still
Club Dread's great.
remember that being a sleeper, kind of
Club Dread's great.
possibly better than Super Troopers.
Ooh, I don't know about that, but
Look,
Club Dread is great.
but I still like to this day. I watched that several times when I was younger, and to this day, I think you mean Pina Colada Burg. Like, son of
The
a bitch. So
Slam and
like,
Salmon
Slam and
or the
Salmon's
space one.
good.
What's the space
Beer
one? I
Fest
can't.
is good. I don't remember the space one.
There's one they do in space. But anyways, that one and Slam and Salmon were probably the worst, and those were still good. This was just bad.
well, I think, but also you're expecting something because I watched a streaming Nothing Burger movie called The Dink on Apple TV,
Was
where
it?
it's Jake Johnson playing pickleball, and it's nothing. Like it's maybe you chuckle a few times, maybe it's the dumbest story, intentionally so, but like it's parodying, I guess, pickleball, which I do like, but it's a nothing but. Will I watch a sequel if they make it because Jake Johnson and Mary Steenburgen were so charming together? 100%. I will put that sequel on. But it's a 6 out of 10. But because it's not attached to Super Troopers or a known franchise, I have zero expectations and zero. I went into it knowing what it was likely going to be, and it was a nothing burger.
Did
Will I watch a sequel?
anybody
Sure.
did anybody watch Puddle Cruiser ever? I never watched Puddle Cruiser.
I
Mm-mm.
haven't watched that one.
It's one of theirs. I just never watched it.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing that I finally watched, so in preparation to get to see Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, um, I rewatched Wet Hot American Summer, which still hits.
Let's not spoil too many of what we've been watching for what will be
for future
next week.
episodes.
Well, the plan would be next week's episode is either we do in advance of it being available, because I think all of us get it on the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, either in advance of it being available, we do a little summer camp thing, or once we've seen it, we do a review episode paired with summer camp movie recommendations.
enough.
Just kind of a free for all. But
I will keep my thoughts to myself.
I'm
then.
just saying save it for the pod.
I'll
But
save
obviously
it.
it's going to be
This side of the papers got the baseball. This side
That's
of the
the
papers
summer camp.
got the summer camp movies.
See, I think Patrick's got to kind of I think this is where you're going to lead that episode or that section of that episode, because that's what, again, I'm thinking I don't know if you went back and listened to our Giallo episode from October of last year, but we each brought like five to the table and just kind of did it as more of a broad genre discussion, but not like this is a definitive top 10 favorite list or anything. So yeah, that's what I figure is we all just bring some to the table to be able to kick around and recommend. But yes, I've been doing a substantial amount of prep rewatching a particular franchise that is very obviously tied to the marketing and some of the lore of Miasma that we've seen thus far.
People under the
and
stairs.
Yes, you picked it. I will spoil to say, yeah, obviously I'm watching the Friday the 13th franchise, and I just want to mention that because my cousin over there, along with his brother, did a whole franchise recap podcast called Camp Crystal Lake Revisited, and then my brother and I joined them for a franchise super ranking sort of thing, which is also very fun. So you can go
Yes.
check those out on. Some of it's on this feed, some of it's on the Movie Arc feed, and then of course you guys have your own feed over on Late Fees Waived. If people aren't following over there, that is Patrick and Matthew's contributions to the Ark of E.
I'll have to say, I've watched the original, and at some point in my life, I stumbled on Jason X on HBO at like 2 in the morning. But other than that, I have not really taken a deep dive into the franchise, mainly because of just like a personal stance on that. I always compared it to Halloween, and
I will
it was
say
never going to hold up.
this is the most fun I've had with it, even because when Matthew and Patrick were going through it and I was like posting those episodes and everything, I was like trying to follow along, but also just like this has never been my franchise. And at a certain point, I was just like, I'm just going to listen to the episodes. I'm just going to enjoy them that way. And I kind of tapped out with the franchise. So this is my first time like going through properly all the way. Now, I will say though, I think I'm going to cap it. I mean, I saw Jason X in the theater the same day as Spider-Man, believe it or not. I think I'm going to cap it before that, though. I think I'm going to stop at Manhattan, mainly because Jason Goes to Hell I have seen and is also impossible to find on streaming right now, and I refuse to spend money
Pay
to
for
rent it again. And yeah, and I know X pretty well, and the remakes, and obviously Freddy versus Jason. So I think I'm just going to go with basically the '80s run and stop.
I
So I got one
may
left.
I may have Jason X both on Blu-ray and 4K. That's all I'm saying.
And a fair one to bring up because it will not be on the summer camp list because it takes place in
It's
space.
in space.
Okay,
There
so
is like isn't there like a little
There's a little camp scene.
AI
there is a
rendering of them at
holographic
Camp Crystal
there-
Lake?
yes, that does in fact happen.
So
I, in
forward
fact,
thinking.
Watched 1 through 8 the first Friday the 13th this year, and then I will complete it on the second Friday the 13th this year. I'll watch Jason Goes Straight to Hell through the remake in November.
It feels like a good way to break them up too. That's a good like dividing line.
Manhattan's supposed to be genuinely fun, right? That is supposed to be like
Here's the one that's I mean we fucking
I mean-
I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent, but here's the one that's genuinely fun that no one tells you about. Is it 6, Patrick? 6 is like he's back because 5 is they do the fake out and it's Roy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So 6 is like, hey, we know everybody was pissed about the last one. And it's like, it's almost like a rock concert. Like he's just like, we know what you're here for. And it is literally, does that one start with the like 007 intro?
Yes.
Yes, that one. So much fun.
Uh,
Here's my faves. 2, 2 and 6.
hmm.
Those are the ones I think are legit. Like 2, I think is legitimately just like one of the best slashers ever made. It's just great. It's fantastic. And then 6, I think, is like the most self-aware, fun meta version of the franchise. Like it's so good. On that level. There's it's garbage, but it is really fun garbage and has a lot of jokes in it, like actual jokes that work.
It is like the floating American Express card.
Yeah.
Where
The whole
audience
paintball
invariably
sequence.
screams, "Don't leave home without it."
Yes.
It's in fact it's so meta before meta became a thing that it is who Kevin Williamson wanted to direct Scream, and Dimension went to him, the director, and he passed on it, and the project he was looking for fell through, and he's like went back to the Weinsteins and he was like, "Hey, I'm available," and they're like, Wes picked it up.
That's
And he's
not.
like, Wes will do great with that.
Is that
I would-
Buechler?
No,
Who's that?
Bickler did 7.
Okay, who did 6?
Brain should not work after 50.
Tom
But I have
McLaughlin?
the internet over here. There's my IMDb tab.
What's up, Brendan Riley, by the way?
Hey,
I think this is the first episode, the deepest we've gotten into an episode with no proper intro. That's kinda cool.
well, I
might
say
just not
we
do one.
gave time for Gavin to get here.
We did.
I think-
Tom McLaughlin.
Tom McLaughlin. Is that the guy who did Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer?
pretty sure Noah said Tom McLaughlin.
Or that's John McNaughton. Never mind.
Tom McLaughlin did Jason Lives, and then it was Daryl Haney who wrote New Blood, directed by John Carl Buechler.
Yes.
Buechler.
Bueller?
Bickler. I've heard both pronounced.
Bueller.
It's a weird spelling for Bickler, but that's
Well,
what a lot of
Was the
people.
2009 remake the last
Yes.
entry that we've gotten?
That is correct.
wow.
In the franchise, yes. To change coming up in October with the release of Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake,
series.
the Peacock series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see your peacock. Cock.
We'll have plenty of time to get into more Friday the 13th discussion between Miasma and obviously October this year. So,
Yeah.
I think we can
Let's do
kick
it.
it off. This is a listicle episode brought on by the assertion from one Mr. Brendan Riley that there's no way that we could come up with a top 25 favorite baseball movies. I think some of us managed to hit that number on our individual list, but because of our new formatting, we've decided to, trim things down. Top 10 lists are a little more manageable, gives us more room to talk about honorable mentions, gives us more time to discuss in a reasonable time frame. With all of that said, this is the ARK of E podcast. I am your usual host, Noah Blanchard. I'm joined this evening by several members of the ARK of E crew, my cousin, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard, our good friend, Mr. Brendan Riley, and the host for the remainder of this episode, the one, the only Mr. Sunshine Mayfield. If you will, sir, please take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me
What
some nuts
We're not gonna
transition.
get DRM'd on that, are we?
and Cracker Jacks. I'm trying to change the melody.
I think that is absolutely in Creative Commons at this point.
It's the musical theater version.
Yeah,
Me out to the ball game.
just beautiful. And hey, we're just past the trade deadline now. Moves have been made. The season is in full swing. It is time.
Soccer's over. It's
Soccer's
over.
over.
Brendan and I don't care. We're playing FIFA every night, but
We are playing FIFA every night.
The World Cup is done. It ain't football season. It's baseball. And so we said, hey, let's honor America's pastime and shout out some of the best baseball movies that exist. Uh, Brendan let it be known that we had at least 50 movies get listed between the 5 lists that were submitted. So easily clearing your their 25 baseball movies don't exist claim.
No, it was like, did you turn in 25? I was like, brother, I think I've only ever seen 12 baseball movies in my life.
Well, we have. Is this the episode for you to be a part of, my friend? Because you're going to hear some good ones, and some ones that maybe shouldn't be on the list, but they're there. Certainly, caveat is that there are certain baseball movies that are just more well known, and I think that is why, to Brendan's point, they got a little bit more higher rated on the list. There's some quality ones in the honorable mentions, but the ones that we're going to go over on the top 10 list are also worth talking about. I'd like it to be known that there were several that Gavin forgot to put the dates on, and so I had to assume and then ask if he meant originals or remakes. And based off of my knowledge of Gavin, I was correct. Prior to him telling me
I was gonna say
versions that he
you
wanted,
got it.
I nailed it. So, unfortunately for him, the 2005 Bad News Bears is nowhere to be seen, but I did know that that was what he was referring to. Number 10, though, is from 1976. Walter Matthau
Hell yeah.
delivers one of the great anti-coach performances in film history, and arguably one of the most influential youth sports movies ever made that led to a slew of future ragtag grouper kids sucking at their little league sports that we all grew up enjoying and loving in the 90s. I don't think that you get the Big Green or Little Giants or any of these things if the 1976 Bad News Bears does not come before it. And that is our number 10 movie, greatest baseball movie ever listed according to the ARK of E staff. So, what are your thoughts? Some of you all had this high. This was not super high on my list, but it is
It wasn't
there.
on my list at all.
I
we
got
had,
a super weird tie-in to
Noah
our
and
previous
Patrick both had it.
conversation about Friday the 13th.
We're talking about the Bad News Bears with Billy Bob Thornton, right?
No, you're
Walter
not.
Matthau. He very clearly stated that. Go
No,
ahead.
I know.
Patrick.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Friday the 13th doesn't exist without this movie.
Ooh, tell me more.
The movie that Sean Cunningham made before Friday the 13th was a flopped soccer Bad News Bears in 1977-78.
Ladybugs?
That's an 80s movie, pal.
And because that failed so bad, like he wants to make family movies, it fails. He sees that. He's like, what can I do to make what can I do to make money so that I can continue making the family comedy movies that I want to make? And thus Friday the 13th rips off Halloween.
Still a family movie.
I mean, it's about a mother's loss, so yeah.
Yeah. Grief and all that.
I watched this a bunch as a kid, like as a little kid. It's funny. It's comedy. It's great. I don't even like baseball.
Honestly, would have been probably higher on my list if I was able to rewatch it before finalizing my list. This is going off of memory basically, but um, I'm alleging because when I went back and watched Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 years down the road, removed from like watching it as a 14-year-old and being like, this is slow and boring, I was like, oh, I get why this is one of the classics of the 70s. I absolutely love it. And to that point, the remake, which I hope and assume is not going to be any higher on this list, the Richard Linklater version, I liked at the time because I had not seen the original, and I that was my only, perception of it. And when I did go back and watch it, I remember thinking the same thing. Oh, it's the 70s and it's slow. Again, I was like 14, 15 at the time. And shit, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago now. It might have been during COVID. I rewatched it for the first time because it circulated on streaming somewhere. And I was like, give this another shot. And yeah, dude, revisiting these Walter Matthau movies from the 70s, I'm always like, oh my God, this is an American classic. But yeah, Michael Ritchie, the great Michael Ritchie. And then it did spawn to uh, far lesser sequels, but
And a
Go to
short-lived
Tokyo
TV
is,
series.
yeah, Go to Tokyo is not an unfun watch, but it probably has not aged well, I would imagine. I got to go back and take a peek at that. But yeah, I would like to revisit the franchise. None of them are streaming right now. Where is that on like Criterion Blu-ray, dude? Like, let me get a 4K of Bad News Bears. I would buy that immediately.
People have been asking for that for years, Noah.
No, seriously.
No, I don't know
Where
that
is
people
it?
have, but
Where is it?
you will let the world know. Noah wants it.
Please do. Okay.
Number 9. Our next pick is, you know, harkens to every kid's dream.
Oh, yeah.
To magically become one of the best starters in baseball
Yeah, doggy.
based off of an
You got
injury.
one right.
Some maybe broke their arm trying to make it happen. I assume that Brendan gave himself Tommy John at some point in hopes that it would make him Henry Rowan Gardner. It's a bold
Rosenbacher.
move. It's a bold move to put Gary Busey in the children's movie, and yet they did it. The Chet Stedman, our number 9, is Rookie of the Year. Arguably, it is super watchable. We love the floater. Uh, it is not personally my favorite of this children's baseball subgenre, but I can recognize that many love it. Um, and it is what it is.
It's on the Mount Rushmore of 90s kids baseball movies, but only by default. You know what I mean? Only because you need four.
Yeah,
Um,
because there's 4 good ones.
yes. But it is definitely, I don't know if we want to rank the presidents, but it's the least uh of those four by quite a margin. Like if we were actually doing a Mount Rushmore, it should be like all three of those on pretty level footing, and then Rookie of the Year is like down here. No shade.
I still call that actor Rookie of the Year every time I see him.
Oh,
Not
100%.
not even his character name from the movie.
That's
It's got Rookie of the Year in it.
that's American Pie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas Ian Nicholas.
Thomas Ian Nichols, yeah.
Ryan
Oh, that's-
Gardner.
Daniel
That's the kid that's
Stern.
married, or not married, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Keep going. I can't remember his name now.
Okay, cool. Daniel Stern, fantastic in there. As the kooky. Is he like the
He's the pitching coach.
He's the pitching coach.
Yeah. He
Uh,
gets stuck in this weird double door situation at the hotel.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fun gags. It gave us the meme that still circulates from time to time of just like when you and your boys just want to go out on a boat and yell yeah, because they have that sequence where it's just a bunch of kids on a speedboat. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool 90s music playing in the background. What a vibe, man. I the Cubs really they had something going in the
Good
90s
PR.
because WGN, and they had the games broadcast everywhere, and they had the movie. And they were trying to become the Braves. They were trying to become America's team, and it never happened. But and then I guess Sammy Sosa happens on the back end of that, right? That's like 2000s.
You're
90s,
talking about the
90s
steroid
into
race with Mark
2000s.
McGuire?
Yeah, that's 90s, isn't it? Actually, I was much
Yeah, I
younger.
think that's like 96.
You're right. Never mind. So yeah, that's all
Now I
kind of
gotta go look
clustered
it up.
together. That's big time for the Cubs, early 90s, but I
98.
never feel like they surpassed the Braves in terms of exposure in the era at the height
Yeah,
at the
but to
height
your
of
point, I think
American
that's why we
baseball.
all know that movie so well, is that it got endlessly replayed on WGN, and that's what we were watching.
Yeah. Fun movie. Maybe not
Oh.
the greatest baseball movie. I mean they did shoot in Wrigley, right?
Oh, I think so.
Shot on
Yeah,
location. Yeah.
I think so.
It's fun. It's one of those, if it's on, I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna
always
watch
chuckle
15,
at the
20
Wizard
minutes
of
of it.
Oz, the Cub store opening, and the dude the little Wizard of Oz, like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm Henry Rowan Gardner." He's like, "Rowan Gardner," and then he opens the full door.
Oh.
Um, you
I do
know,
love when the mom kicks the shit out of the like
the
shitty
dad.
boyfriend. Is it the boyfriend or dad? Is
It's
it
like
his dad
it's a boyfriend who's trying to be a
trying to be
stepdad and
his
also be
stepdad?
his manager, and we sold him to the
Because
Yankees. And
his dad's dead, right? Canonically, it's not like a
I don't
divorce
know that his dad is.
situation.
I think his dad ran
He's just
away. I
out of the
think it is
picture.
an absentee father. I don't know
Gotcha.
the reasoning behind it.
A lot of absentee parents in the '90s kids movies.
Hey,
Five
A lot
years
of single
earlier,
moms
and he'd
getting
have
it
been
done,
dead.
doing it for themselves. Say again?
Said 5 years earlier, and the dad would have been dead. But this is '93, where we have to be
Oh
kinder
yeah,
and gentler.
exactly. Yeah.
fair
Well,
enough.
this is also all the studio heads are like children of divorce at this point. So the '90s is the divorce era on on film and television. Uh, okay,
Number 8.
number 8.
The next movie feels a little bit less like just a traditional sports movie and more like an American myth. Uh, it is a story about redemption and destiny and a legendary bat named Wonder Boy. It's The Natural from 1984, Robert Redford. Uh, which is so good. The home run sequence, that whole thing is one of the coolest things in a sports movie. I can honestly, there's so many times, especially growing up as a kid, I could not tell you what happened in that movie. I remember that scene as a kid, and watching that and thinking that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think the
Um,
thing that you forget when you're watching it as a kid is that it is this like adult drama and has like so much other shit going on in it, like secondary to the baseball stuff. But the
the
baseball stuff
assassination
is
attempt and
yes, um, a lot of wild shit in there. But maybe we can chart this. Probably the best score we're gonna encounter, the most iconic score, maybe. But
I
then
think
there's some
so.
other contenders in here. But also, I will say, is it the best musical moment in all these baseball movies? Because I think there are other contenders. So let's keep an eye on that. But it does have one of the most iconic scores and musical moments with the shattering of the light.
Well, I remember, I think it was probably
Incredible
like
sequence.
2005, 2006, EA Sports, just like All Star Baseball, because the show hadn't really taken off or existed at that point. I can't really remember but they just flat out used this. They just got the score for the video game, and so that was always you
Yeah,
opened it up, and that was the score that was on the interface, which is so cool.
truly iconic. I would hum it right now, but I might
Well,
have some
yeah,
trouble.
we'd get our podcast shut down.
Because I definitely know it by heart, and can hear it in my head right now. I think.
Let's see.
Um,
In the natural, that was a Patrick, a Gavin, and me.
I
In
had
fact,
yeah, I
I
had
had
it
it
pretty
pegged at number 8. Like,
nice.
Oh,
I
it's
had it
perfect.
I had it lower, but I assume extra votes help bolster, right?
Extra votes help bolster, and
Yeah, it
so
was on my extended list. Brendan, any
um,
thoughts on The Natural?
Never saw it.
Just check it out. Good movie. Great baseball movie. Probably one of like the top 5 most iconic that we're going to discuss. So maybe give it a gander, Mister. There's not enough good baseball movies.
there
Never.
are moving to number 7. There are 3 movies on our list that were submitted by all 5 individuals who submitted a list in, and this is one of them. It just is a little bit lower because not everyone had it, super high. Um, but this one is where it is. Sometimes baseball movies aren't really about baseball at all. They're
Oh
about
shit.
hope
Are we
and
wait, okay.
family
All right.
and believing in the impossible. The impossible things can happen. And sometimes you just need a little bit of angelic help.
Yes.
Number
It could
7
happen.
is
It could happen.
the
Yes.
1994 iteration of Angels in the Outfield. This is one where I had to remind Gavin. He said, the original with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And I had to remind him that that was not indeed
Nope.
the original.
Nope.
Um, but it's here. Danny Glover, Christopher Lloyd. This is superior to Rookie of the Year, and as this list proves, most of us felt the same way. Um,
Yeah.
just, I mean, how many times did you wave angel hands at a non-Angels game, like or a sporting event? I just imagine Noah sitting at like a Columbia Gamecocks football game doing the angel wings.
Yeah.
as a child, and I genuinely I think that was a thing that people just started doing.
The one scene that always sticks out to me from the movie is when he tells the kid to run home, and he goes, "Just run home, just run home," and he's like runs all the way back to his house.
Oh, I love it. The schoolyard sequence, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh I was gonna say the scene that always gets me is the this even weirdly as a kid, the scene with all the lawyers. I won't play for anybody but George Knox. Like
Mm.
Tony Danza sticking up for him, and they literally have the hearing about, whether there are angels or not. All the stuff with JGL and Dermot Mulroney. Fucking perfect timing, Gav. Perfect timing. Love it.
Oh, hey, what I missed?
It could happen just in time.
That's
This is
right.
number 7.
Number 7
Number 7, Angels in the Outfield.
from
Oh, do it.
1994.
Do it. Gavin, do it.
What am I supposed to?
Williams and Norton collide.
Oh, Williams and Norton collide, and the catch
Catch
is
is
blown.
You can't fire me. I'm Ranch Wilder.
What a time. Gavin, welcome. You've missed the Bad News Bears, the original 1976 with Walter Matthau in the number
Okay.
10 spot, Rookie of the Year in the number 9 spot, The Natural in the number 8 spot, and
Oh, all
1994's Angels in the Outfield in the 7 spot.
All right.
We move on to number 6. Our next entry made analytics seem cool in a way that no sports movie had ever done previously. I don't think. Maybe, but I doubt it. Super sharp, witty script. Most of it is a fantasy to probably what actually happened in this era of baseball, and yet I do not care. Jonah Hill, Brad Pitt, Philip Seymour Hoffman, R.I.P. In Moneyball. It's one of the most watchable movies in the history of sports, I think.
And doesn't feature any baseball, correct? No
Very
on-screen
little
baseball.
Very little on-field baseball.
In my memory, there's no on-screen baseball. Like it's all experience. It's either practice or it's experienced as like on the radio.
On the radio or
TV
watching
that's in the
people.
background while we're discussing other shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible Sorkin screenplay.
I was gonna say, is that a Sorkin movie? Because they're just talking about
More evidence.
I've never seen it, so
More evidence that he should not direct his own screenplays and
A
should
lot of
let
walk and talks.
much more talented people like Bennett Miller maybe do that instead. But yeah, good, really, really good one. I have most of my knowledge of like this era of the Athletics comes from the unauthorized Bash Brothers experience.
hey, don't say
Created
titles, dude. That could be number 1. You don't know.
You have no idea. Noah.
I literally forgot that was eligible because technically it is a short film. Like the album movie
Yeah,
is
you could
technically a
have done
short
it,
film.
and you did not.
I fucked it up.
Two of y'all decided to put basketball on the list, which is not a
Ooh,
baseball movie.
I wonder who one of those two are.
According to IMDb, it is both a baseball and a basketball film because, believe it or not, you see, basketball is combining the two sports. You take the baseball and the basketball.
That's a new sport. That's a different.
Basketball.
It is the number 1 movie in basketball movies. I'll give you that. But
Totally
it is
number 1.
It is
Well,
not on the
There's
list.
2 of them. So
We could do a sports
Which-
comedy, invented sports. Maybe not invented sports, but maybe just sports comedy specifically.
I mean,
What's-
Beer Fest wins.
Which one's
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say Beer Fest has got to be number 1, easy.
what's the one where they play for the Denzel Cup? Is that the first one or the second one? I'm
That's
forgetting.
I think that's the first one.
Okay, just checking. The Denzel Cup is the first one. Got it.
It sounds
Okay.
like everybody on this call is a basketball fan except for Alex.
I'm not saying I'm not a basketball fan. I'm just saying it's a different sport. It's not eligible. It's not a baseball movie. It's a basketball movie.
Well, then Moneyball's
exactly
not a
how I
baseball
felt.
movie.
It absolutely is. It's about baseball, Brendan.
No, it's about
What are we talking
informatics.
about?
It's literally about statistics.
Statistics in what sport?
Oh, what a
Brendan?
real nerd fest that one is.
Yeah, but at least in basketball we see a basketball colored baseball.
That's true. It's a basketball. I don't know what to tell you, man.
The uniforms are very baseball coded.
And they
rules-
run around bases. They can make home runs.
Look,
Is yes?
I understand the argument. It's a different sport. I don't know what to tell you. It's not on the list either way. Even if it was
I
eligible,
just don't know why it didn't take off. I just don't get it. I don't know why.
You know.
Who else put it on the list besides me?
It-
Because that's obvious. on
Noah.
mine.
It was you and Noah who put it on the list, and Noah had
Yeah,
it
that's
at like
right.
24.
Yeah, I had it deep because it's like I needed 25 movies. Like, let's be real here.
There's-
Well, you
we-
needed greatness, is what you needed.
Well,
Well,
none
it's
of
not
them
on the
could
list,
beat
thankfully.
Moneyball. Yeah.
So, yeah, Moneyball.
Number 6. Number 5. This movie often gets overlooked, and it shouldn't. It's arguably the greatest kids baseball movie to me.
Oh, dude. So
Other ones that are out there. And I think the reason it does it is because it clearly has such an understanding and reverence for the sport of baseball more than any other of the kids' installments. From 1995, the story of a young up and coming manager, a fourth grader by the name of Billy Haywood. It's Little Big League is in the number 5 slot. My favorite baseball movie, or close to my favorite baseball movie, I think. Just an absolute joy. It's got some pacing issues that I will concede on the back end, but that's a good baseball movie.
I mean, it's on my list, but it's barely on my list.
It's number 2 on my list. With the Timothy Busfield of it all, whatever, but it's still number 2 on my list. Okay, like having your heart ripped out by Ken Griffey Jr. That's what happened to everybody in the 90s.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say one of the few
That
one
has
of the
real-
few
yeah.
that has real players in it.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it injects a bunch of made up, essentially a made up team into the real MLB, which
But
was
it
just
also
fucking
has
cool.
the scene where he has to convince the owner that he has enough of a baseball knowledge to be the manager as a 12-year-old. I think it just highlights that it's like, oh, we take baseball seriously, and we assume that people who are going to be enjoying this and watching this are going to want to understand the intricacies of the water balloon and baseball. And it does all of that. It's great. It's hilarious.
think
It's fun. It's got some great characters.
Really
I lo-
underrated lead child performance too.
Yeah,
Luke Edwards is Billy Haywood.
Yeah, and I
is
don't know that he went
top-notch.
on to do much, but yeah, he's got to play a lot in that movie, and yeah, holds his
Some
own. I mean,
genuinely great jokes and bits. The whole thing where the whole team's coming together to try to solve the algebra problem for his homework so that they can go out on the field. Launching water balloons from the hotel room. I just bit after
him
bit that I
getting
think works
thrown
really
out
well.
for cursing at the ump. Yeah.
Yes,
And
Hu-
arguably, there's some other great ones on here, but one of my favorite endings.
Oh yeah, definitely.
beautiful,
They're
wonderful
all
ending.
still here.
Yeah.
It's so good, dude.
Everyone.
It's so good.
I just got tingles. I just got chills thinking about it. So
Little
much better
tingles.
than
I
movie
love-
of the year.
I love the guy rides into a house. Guy rides into town on Friday.
Friday.
He stays 3 days. He leaves on Friday. How's he does it? How's he do it? They're just all trying. Yeah.
Dude, the
So-
best landing of that though is that 30 minutes later is
Yeah.
when Bowers the pitcher comes out
Yes.
to the and he goes, and the horse's name is
Named
Friday.
Friday.
And then
Oh.
just walks off.
Oh, excuse me.
Dude, that
And-
guy. Yeah.
Speaking of the actual, the way the baseball is shot,
Yeah.
so much more dynamic in this movie.
Oh yeah.
than most. The runaround Sue montage in
Oh,
particular
Fantastically
is some of the best
edited.
slow-mo baseball you're gonna see. There's a lot. Yeah. Fuck. I didn't
It's
watch this
such-
one in prep,
it's so
and I'm
good.
like, I need to go find this. I need to go see if this is streaming somewhere.
Just
Love this movie.
just such dry humor throughout that I think really lands. It is a phenomenal movie.
I will just say we haven't gotten through all of them. I assume they're all going to make the list. This needs to come back in some sort of actual theatrical capacity. I know they're probably making versions of these movies for streaming, but we've talked about it a couple of times. Where are the reasonably produced mid-budget movies for 8 to 14-year-olds? You know? where's that sweet spot being hit? I feel like we got, you know, we were spoiled with these when we were kids in the 90s, and you just
we
don't
didn't have
see them anymore.
because we did not have the $1 billion apparatus that is mobile and online video games. That is the reason why these are not made for kids anymore. That's plain and simple, dude. We had Super Nintendo, which I think is referenced in there in this movie, and maybe like Rookie of the Year, but
And but like
that is
blank,
replaced all of
like
it.
blank check, where it's like it's all aspirational, all those like
Right.
games and shit, and
Oh,
it's like
dude,
now
great
all that is
movie.
just in your phone.
Yeah.
Why
It's a
can't
good
I see
point.
you guys? What is going on here? Great movie.
Did we
It's
lose
like,
Brennan to
yeah,
the back rooms?
I,
how do you have
I
wish fulfillment for kids on screen? Like what does that look like now? It's actually more interesting to think about, like, what does essentially the void that left, like, filling that now, what would that movie genre even be?
Right.
Like, what is that?
oh, there we
I don't
go.
know.
Hmm.
Yeah, blank check.
They'd all want to
Dope.
be YouTubers.
TikToker,
Exactly. Yeah.
YouTubers are
I
way
mean,
too passe.
genuinely. Yeah, genuinely, like,
That's the movie is the kid becomes TikTok famous and or
ooh,
YouTube famous and then realizes like, oh, this isn't really what I wanted. The validation really was
it's a pump
I
up the volume for a new generation. Is that what
essentially,
you're
yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
I'm on board for any pump up the volume.
Yeah,
It's writable. I know that we could write it like
I feel like
collectively.
kids would see that and still want to become TikTok famous, regardless.
well, maybe they should go watch Little Big League and want to become the manager of a Major League Baseball team. Not a player. They want to become a
Let's say
manager.
and to that effect, Noah, you could do that now with like the show and whatnot. You could go be a manager. So like, why would you want to watch a movie about a manager when you could go play a game
Yeah,
and
you
be
could
the
look.
manager? So yeah, it got
It's a really
replaced
good point.
with that $1 billion like outdoes movies and television every year. I remember there was a guy came to USC and was like, "Who wants to do this? Who wants to do that?" And he's like, "Who wants to make video games for a living?" Nobody raises their hand immediately. He goes, "Really? $1 billion industry, bigger than movies, television combined. No one wants to do it." Okay, all right, moving on. I'm like, "Yep, there it is." And that was like, that was 10 years ago. So that's what happened. It got replaced, unfortunately.
Long story short, go watch Little Big League. Number four, uh, if you ask 1,000 baseball fans why they love the sport, most of them will eventually describe something that this movie, I think, captures.
Dude, already
Uh,
know it. Already know it.
Nostalgia, fathers and sons,
Yes.
and dead people coming out of the outfield. It's Field of Dreams,
Is this
uh,
heaven? No, it's
Iowa.
Baseball.
Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones. I don't know what there is to say about it. It's a great movie.
Academy Award winner Amy Madigan.
We do
Yes.
love Amy Madigan
Yes.
telling off super conservative school boards. So
And tying in with Gavin's statement about angels in the outfield, you
I
gotta
was
love the
gonna
Timothy
say
Busfield
we
of
can
it
just
all.
let the bus field just
Yeah.
roll. We can just ignore it.
How is he showing up in all these damn baseball movies and we never figured it out
I don't
until
know,
just
man.
recently, man. Come
I
on.
don't know. Fucking
Mm.
so emotional. It's gonna get the beats, and who doesn't love James Earl Jones showing up in a baseball movie as well?
Yeah.
So let's see who had this on the list. It was everyone but Brendan. So congrats, Brendan.
A.
I got good taste.
When
Now
you
you
said
can
when you
now you
said I
can
know
watch
I know
13
what this
movies.
is.
Brendan, did your dad not throw catch with you when you were little? Is that what it is? You don't
Gavin, I
have
don't
that.
know that we have enough time to talk about my dad issues.
That's a whole other
It's about
podcast.
fathers and sons.
we need about 2 podcasts minimum.
I just picture him throwing ball with John Patrick and not you, and like JP and not
So
you. I'm like, that's why it's on Brendan's list.
Didn't we
He
just talk about something about absentee fathers?
yeah.
Oh. Alex, when you said nostalgia, there's a movie I'm assuming is coming, and as soon as you said it, it was so nostalgic to me. That's what I thought of immediately. I've never seen Field of Dreams, um, so when that movie comes, because I have to assume it's up here, I'll let you know.
Unfortunately, Benchwarmers is not on the list, Brendan.
I thought about putting that
But
at 11 just to
I
mess with you.
genuinely, I had it on my bingo card. I was like, how long before the movie Benchwarmers gets mentioned?
I mean,
Yeah.
But I
Rob
figured it was going to be
Schneider
Brendan
is
bringing
the
it up, not Alex
Benchwarmer.
making a joke.
Listen, the funny part would be that would be more acceptable than basketball, I guess. But
Very true.
By
Very true.
definition, unfortunately. All right, moving on to number 3. Top 3 now. And I just arguably the greatest baseball comedy ever made needs to find its way onto this list. Some incredible characters, and I still always open my locker with a python.
Yes.
Uh,
Jobu,
you know,
Jobu.
from then on out, it's Major League.
gotta be. You got no marbles.
Willie Mays Hayes, Wild Thing,
Pedro Serrano.
Pedro Serrano. What a crew! And I just the idea of the building of a terrible team to tank, and that still being a thing that's happening regularly
Yeah.
In real life, not
in real life
Yeah.
is arguably so dumb.
That is
and
life imitating art, right?
The fact that the owners of the Oakland Athletics now
Of all-
now Las Vegas were like, yeah, I don't want to really be here anymore.
Yeah, let's go ahead and tank this so we can move. I think they actually made a football movie based on Major League too, called The Replacements, if I'm not mistaken.
That was about a bunch of picket line crossers, a bunch of scabs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking scab Shane Falco.
Making me hate Keanu Reeves. But Major League is our number 3 spot. Any other thoughts before we move on to our number 2 spot?
Great movie.
I think it's like perfect Tom Berenger. Like just
It's
he's
another
perfect.
It's another
Just-
cable classic. Like,
Yeah, that too. Like a teen.
My-
Dude, if it were on
classic-
right now, I
There's
would watch it.
there is only one more like superior cable classic that I swear it has to be one of the top 2 right now. Like
Oh, yeah.
it has to
It's got to be. It's got to be. I think it's number 1. To be honest, it's got to be.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I just have one thing to say to you right now, Noah. Strike this motherfucker out. That's like that. I know
Except
that
it was always on. It's always on WG, and so it's
Yes,
strike
it's-
this slime ball
Slime ball
out.
out.
Slime
Yeah.
ball out. This melon farmer. out.
Melon Farmer. Yeah.
Yeah, great Behringer.
Renee Russo's in that
Oh,
movie.
dude. Oh yeah.
Wesley Snipes is perfect. Hit like
Yeah.
Hayes, hit like whatever. Yeah, hit like Hayes, hit like Mays, run like Hayes. I don't know.
The guys in the outfield, the
Yeah.
2 fans. Like,
Yes,
Yes. The commentary, probably the best commentary.
Bob Euchre.
Bob Euchre doing the commentary.
The fact that who
no
he
one's
was,
listening.
the fact that who he was to the sport, and like none of us probably knew it at the time, and then we find out, oh, this guy's like a fucking legend in the game itself of actual baseball. Like talk about like actual baseball players in your movie. This is like peak. Like yeah, sure, Ken Griffey Jr. is in Little Big League, but like Bob Euchre's in I don't know if he's in the third one. I've never seen the third one back to the minors, so I don't know why he would be there because they're not in the majors anymore. But he's perfect.
But to that point, even in Little Big League, at one point, the umpire, when he comes out and he's like, "You missed the tag. You missed the tag." He goes, "Who do you think you are, Bob Euchre?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So again, like there's an understanding that Little Big League
yeah.
has of the sport that I think
Yeah, you
is
know,
just-
it knows it's for fans. Like if you aren't a baseball fan, you really don't need to be here. But if you
Yeah.
are, you're gonna love every aspect of this. So yeah,
No.
like
So
I said, that was my number 2, Little Big League. So I'm happy it got
Yeah.
up here.
So Major League in the number 3 spot. It's a do all 80s comedies age perfectly? Far from it. And so I'm sure there's some jokes that don't land as well. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
Number 2. Has anyone ever told you look like a penis with a hat on? It's a league of their own.
I called it. I knew it.
It's so
This
good.
is the all-timer cable classic. I was gonna say, like when I was doing my ranking, I was like, personally, I was like, what do I love more? I was like, is it Little Big League, a movie that was on constantly? But A League of Their Own on TBS and TNT, on the Turner networks, at the height of Braves baseball, was like it was practically. It felt like it was on every night.
Every day.
It felt
Yeah,
like it was
I
on
agree with that.
constantly, and it's another one of those where I'm just like know it like the back of my hand. Have not watched it start to finish in years, but I'm just like
You can get in anywhere
it's
because you've
just
seen it so many times.
it's just absolutely buried in my brain.
Going back through the list though, because number one is I think pretty obvious. I actually think that League of Their Own is probably the second best. I would change my list up now when we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's props to Penny Marshall. I think is the only female director on this list. Um, the way that she is able to balance tone in some of the most dramatic shifts that take place in this movie, and going from comedy to the scene of the player finding out her husband's dying is
Yeah.
one of the most emotional things I've ever seen in a sports movie. Um, and it hits so perfectly inside of this comedic, fun, joke, pointy, script that's happening. And for that to land with such power in a movie like this, I think it just speaks volumes to the screenplay and to the work that Penny Marshall did behind the camera. So
How
just
did what
perfect.
I want to know is how Tom Hanks got from the front lines with Private Ryan to coaching a baseball team.
This is his twin brother.
Oh
Mm.
shit,
Yeah.
Rob Hanks.
Yeah, Chet.
Oh, Chet
actually.
Hanks. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the twin brother that does the voice of Woody.
No, he really does have I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they? They are twins, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So much that, like, again, he does the voice of
Yeah,
Woody for everything
He
but the
does have a
movies.
twin.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Lori Petty also
Oh,
shows up
dude.
well.
Lori Petty and Gina Davis, the sisterly rivalry, all that shit's great. John Lovitz, who I'm not a huge fan of, is fucking hilarious in this movie. Um, yeah, Madonna,
Madonna, Rosie, yeah,
like
everybody, dude.
And
none of
also, if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken, the old woman they get to play old Gina Davis is not Gina Davis in makeup. It is an act. It is someone
Yeah,
else
it is
perfectly
someone else.
cast to look
and
like old Gina
and to your
Davis.
point of like the emotional hits and everything, I feel like that the bookends didn't work for me as a kid, or like I just kind of was like whatever about that part. It like threw me off that it was in modern day. I think I even forget that that's part of it, is that it has that
That's
framing
how it
device.
starts.
But that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
now, like the times I've seen it, more into adulthood, that ending is like definitely I love having the bookends there. Uh,
and Bill Pullman's the husband, right?
he is the husband.
I was trying to think of who the guy was. Yeah, it's been forever since I've sat down and watched it all the way through.
Same. And I like, you know, we had a pretty quick turnaround on this one, so honestly didn't get to like rewatch a lot of these were done just,
Off
off
the
of
cuff.
memory and vibes.
Yeah.
Ask Alex.
Yeah.
I had mine the night of the podcast. I sent him the
He
he
did.
said 10. And it's like, oh, I got that
Boom.
because I had to leave early to put Maverick down. And he's like, all right, send me baseball list. Oh, 10 done. And then you all started talking about 25. I was like, I'm not adding anymore. That's my top 10. I'm leaving it at that. But it was there the night of.
You know,
And
But
I stand by everyone. Thank you.
but when all the ladies at the end start singing the baseball song from their league, ugh, chills.
yeah, man, it's great. Great. It was my number 3.
Also, my number
Yeah, I think
three.
it's my number 3 too.
Wait,
This-
wait. Noah and I are in complete agreement on a
Wow.
movie.
I
Mark
get-
list.
I
Mark it.
would I mean, we can go through our individual list after this and
Oh,
see how many we
Paxter's
synced
got
up
a
on.
quality list,
I mean,
and there's a lot of overlap with Noah.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Which good for y'all. Way to set aside your differences.
we'll get into we'll get into the ones that had multiple votes, I'm sure. Are we doing that right now, actually?
Yeah, we are. Before we jump on, I think it is important to understand that at this time we are also a week into the Women's Professional Baseball League
Oh, yes.
that just
Yes.
launched. So go ahead and pick your teams now. Boston Hunters, New York Heights, Los Angeles Queens, and the San Francisco Firebells. They're a weekend in their inaugural season. Happy
Yeah.
for them. Excited to see that league grow.
Only took them, what, 80 years?
70 years.
70 years to actually make this a real thing. So
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I've been following them on Instagram with all the updates and the teams and stuff. It's pretty dope. So
Exciting times. Let's get to the honorable mentions. These are all the movies, with the exception of basketball, that got more than two people co-signing onto them, from what would have been the lowest points to what the closest to making the list. Bang the Drum Slowly, The Rookie, Damn Yankees, 1958, The Babe, which, no one likes that movie, so congrats to the two of y'all that put it on there.
hey,
Mr. Baseball, 42, The
fucking
Pride
love
of the
Mr.
Yankees,
Baseball.
Game 6, underrated little gem there.
Anybody else had who else had Game
It was
6?
me and you, Noah.
Hell
Of course
yeah.
it was.
Great movie.
Forgot about
Uh,
Mr. Baseball. Damn.
Hardball, shout out to G Baby. Everybody Wants Some got several votes, but they were just lower
Oh,
on the
yeah.
list. I think that's talking about a baseball movie that doesn't have a lot of baseball in it.
Yeah,
but
it's just a great
such
movie,
a
and
fun
they happen
time.
to be baseball players.
What a hangout movie.
That's why I
For
had it
the-
at my 12 slot. But if I was just rating movies, it probably would have been in my top 3
Yeah.
of this list.
For the Love of the Game, 61 asterisk, EFIS, which I think would be higher if more people had seen it. Go
Yeah.
watch it. As a bunch of men who are past their prime on this podcast,
Hey, man,
I
I
think
try.
it's safe to say we would all enjoy EFIS and watching other men past their
Yeah,
prime, just doing something they love. What a time!
Honestly, the only reason I had EFIS, like I had it in my top 10, but I thought about like bumping it up just to like maybe force it onto the list. It's just because I've only seen it the one time. But as far as like recent baseball movies, I can't think of like a recent baseball movie that I've liked more than that. Like I do love Moneyball, but as a baseball movie, I think EFIS is like transcendent.
It's up there.
Like
Maybe
captures kind of everything about the sport that is
Poss-
great and also sucks about it. So yeah.
possible time for a rewatch. 8 Men Out, and then Bull Durham. Those were the honorable
I was
mentions.
curious how many
Wow.
Costners would make the list because, of course, there was a world where there was just 3
So
slots
many,
taken
yeah.
up by the guy.
I thought Brendan would at least back me up with Mr. 3000, Bernie Mac, but I guess
You know
not.
what, dude? I didn't put it on there for a reason. There's only one movie and or TV show on this planet that I genuinely cannot watch because it causes so much angst inside me that I can't. It scares the ever living crap out of me. And there's more of a reason to that than obviously Mr. 3000. I was on an airplane once, and there was thunderstorm, and it was bad enough that like the overhead felt like opened up, the baggage was coming out of the overhead, people were crying on the airplane thinking it was going down, and Mr. 3000 movie that was on, I was like,
Oh my
I was certain I was
God.
dead. I was like, I'm dead.
Oh my
And
God.
I cannot to this day watch it because
That
of
is
that
the only
incident.
acceptable answer for why you did not back my play, because I thought for sure you would have this on there.
Bro,
That is
bro,
amazing.
I
That
sat
is
there and
the
I was like,
most
nah, I
insane
can't even put it on the list. I was certain that airplane was going down, dude. I was like, oh.
that is
I
gonna
mean,
be
it's happened
like
to
the
our
most
cousin Walter.
unique bias anyone has ever had against
Dude,
a movie I've ever
even like when I
thought you were about to
read
be
it-
like, yo, fuck Bernie Mac. And I was about to be like, hey, calm down, dude. You don't speak ill of the dead. What the
oh shit, dude. No, dude. I even now when I saw Mr. 3000 because I was going through some lists and whatnot, I was like, scroll past that real quick. I can't even look at it, dude.
That is wild, dude. I will. I appreciate that you would like. But see, I knew you were the only other one that I might get help with. So when he didn't even put it out there, I was like, wow, Brendan didn't even put it on his list.
No.
That is such a like Brendan. That why not? I thought that was you. And then that story is perfect for
I
why
did-
you didn't.
I just want to point out Gav,
Yeah.
Mr. Baseball. You shouted out. Has anybody else seen Mr. Baseball with one Mr. Tom Selleck?
I forget all about it, dude.
Hey,
Just
number 14, baby.
Hell yeah, Patrick. So was a fave of Gavin and mine's. Definitely a multiple rental from the
Oh,
video
yeah,
store back in the
100%.
day. But obviously it's he goes to Japan to play baseball.
Yeah.
And
and Dennis Haysbert is there too. Serrano has been.
yeah, exactly. I wanted to bring that
Serrano's
up.
been traded to the to the league in Japan.
But also, the last time I ever rewatched this movie, I remember like thinking enough in advance to be like, "Oh, dude, maybe this hasn't aged well." Here's the context I watched it in. which was for my Japanese culture class
Hmm.
at USC, which was like Japanese culture through film and movie. And this was one of the few American films that we watched. I think it was the only American film that we watched was Mr. Baseball because the Japanese professor absolutely loved this and thought it was a great illustration of like the cultural differences and was actually like not insensitive and was like well done and comedic and everything. And what I was like, basically like he gave us permission to like it. And I remember rewatching it and being like, this movie's charming as shit. It's
Yeah,
actually like
dude.
really well
And
intentioned and good-hearted and respectful. It's not as like you think it's going to be really cringy. And but again, I haven't seen it since college. Maybe I'll feel differently. But it, yeah, fun time, Mr. Baseball, if you've never
and
seen it.
it does that thing that I've always talked about is like it just gives you a little snapshot of Japan in that time frame that
Yeah.
you don't get. You get like this Black Rain and maybe like one or two other ones I'm thinking about that you could throw in there. Like this was Japan like in the 90s through the cinema, like through our lens, and it's not it doesn't like play down to it. It's like it and it shows you what it is. I forget all about it, but I love it because it's one of those I don't think about when I think of Tom Selleck.
I think it
I,
could have maybe snuck on the list,
yeah,
possibly,
it does have great.
if Gab
It
had
it
remembered it. But yeah,
it's especially like the opening when he's like striking out all the time. Strike four, strike five, and he's just his nightmare. Like he's
yeah.
yeah, that was
I mean,
perfect.
if you want a good Tom Selleck movies that should have been better duo feature, watch this and Quigley Down Under back to back.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
almost movie for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other thoughts before we do talk about the
Yeah,
obvious?
I want to guess this, but I also don't like.
Don't ruin it.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
All
Actually,
right.
it can only be one thing.
The number one choice isn't just the best baseball movie because of things like winning championships or statistics. It's because of friendship
Yep.
and the summer season and the legends that exist uh, in the belief that every game matters. Um, it's represents the heart, the magic, the mythology, the community that surrounds the game. It's incredibly quotable, endlessly rewatchable across generations, and it just captures baseball culture in a way that I don't think many movies could. Jimmy Fallon's Fever Pitch is our number one. It's The Sandlot. It's The Sandlot, 1993.
It's got to be. It's got to be the Sultan of SWAT.
The King of Crash, man. The King of
the
Crash.
Colossus of Clout.
The Colossus of
Clout.
Clout.
It
There's
took
gotta
me
be.
20 years
Bambino.
to watch this whole movie.
Sorry, say again.
It took me 20 years to see this whole movie from beginning to end.
What were you doing
Watched it
before?
for this podcast?
No. I watched
Wait,
it
20
like
years. Yeah, no,
back
oh,
in
never mind.
12.
He got stuck on the
Gotcha.
Winnie Peppercorn scene.
I didn't see
Oceaning,
that scene
oiling.
until I watched the whole movie. Because
He's like, "Why is this pool scene 2 hours long?"
Let him finish.
I watched
Jesus.
I worked a lot of summer camps. And this was a perennial summer camp movie.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick was always the best at talking to parents when there was a problem with a child. Patrick really just wanted to watch The Sandlot. Of course, children that day would be like, although that's the day somebody fell off the swing and bled all over the place that Patrick had to clean up. Or, oh, that was the day somebody threw, one of the kids threw a desk at a counselor. So I didn't know about the pool scene until 2012.
And I still couldn't finish the movie.
I've seen it out of order. It took me 20 years, and I would go around like killing me, Smalls. I'm like, that is the only thing that ever stuck in my head until I finally saw the whole thing. I love this movie. It was a journey.
It took a while to get there.
Yeah.
The fireworks 4th of July night game.
Oh, got to be.
So this
yeah.
was my other
Probably one of
contender for maybe most iconic musical moment in any
Mm.
baseball
Oh,
game.
dude.
That's such a yeah.
Maybe Trounce is the natural. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, there's a reason that people love it. There's a reason it resonates. I think there's a reason that fans from multiple generations dig it. It's not perfect, but it is. There's something special about just being
I'm
with your
pretty
friends
I'm pretty
I
sure it's
don't
perfect because here's the thing.
I don't know what would you change about it. Yeah,
The
I was going to say I think
transition,
it's
like you said, the lore that they thread in from the very get-go, from the first time he's out there in the outfield of the beast and everything, and the turn that it ultimately builds to. But I personally love the like we kind of drop baseball for like the third act of the movie. And it's the gang trying all those different methods to get the fucking ball back. And it's really entertaining and it's kids movie stuff. And I'm what I'm shocked is every time I rewatch it, how much that stuff still holds up for me. That has
well
nothing to do, that
I think there's
really just, and I think the reason it works so well is because you've built up all of those kids through just their personalities on the field and the little interstitial stuff we've seen with them, at the pool or during the fireworks scene or going to the, taking the chewing tobacco and then puking on the rides at the fair. It also just captures
touches
again.
everything.
It to me feels like captures period really, really well. Um, it's like it's clearly the most romantic baseball. I would say almost more so than Field of Dreams. It is like the most romantic baseball movie there is.
It has a deepness as well as it touches on everything that is every summer that we ever wanted, every trope with the girls and the boys and the sports and hanging out and being in the streets and the street lamps coming on. But it also follows like it mainly follows the kid that's the most unathletic of the whole group. Like he's not good at baseball. He just moved there. He's not good. He starts following Benny.
Well,
He
I
it,
will I will say that's the Daniel LaRusso magic. It's Karate Kid shit. I love
it,
that shit. Yeah.
he it ends up showing you that even if you don't become Benny still in bases in the majors, you can still love a sport, you can still follow a sport, and you can still become great in your own aspect. And that's when he becomes the announcer that is announcing Benny later in the movie. I mean, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think it's nice that we start there with him like starting out, like his career, like the opening credit scenes is him going into his booth where he's gonna announce, and then you're like, he tells you the story. I think it hits because like it's post Wonder Years, and we all love a voiceover from somebody who's an established adult, whether we know the voice or not, explaining to you all this exposition like in the past. We just inherently we love it. I don't know what it is about it, but we as a movie going, audience, we love it. And then you button that at the end of like, okay, this one guy, because we all like to think we're Benny, but really we're all smalls because we all have that one person that's like, this guy took a chance on me. This guy wanted to be my friend. This guy gave me a hat. This guy gave me a glove, whatever it was. Somebody did something for me to bring me out of my shell and make me who I am today. And I have a reverence for that person. And I'll always love that person for being that guy to do it, whatever happens. And this is a nice, again, Noah says romanticized version of where like, and then you grow up and you get to announce and you're the announcer for the team that he's on and you guys are buddies still. Maybe that never happens in a million years. Maybe that happens all the time. I don't know. But we all have that one person that like brought us out of our shell, or there's a rare few of us who we are Benny and we just we're nice to people. And whether you're whatever side of the coin you're on with that, you see that come to fruition, whether you're the nice guy that's just being friendly to everybody, what that does to you, or if you're the kid that just needed somebody to say, hey, come hang out, come play, come do something, and what that opens up. And I think that's what really is inherently it's about is like just, you know, as a just a viewer, like, hey, you get to just come into this world and be that person. And for whatever it is, whatever your own experience is, you bring that just to that little bit of what you see in the movie.
So there's a scene in Fever Pitch where Jimmy Fallon gives a very impassioned speech that's very similar to that about his uncle and why he can't give up the seats to the Red Sox. Um,
My sneaky favorite scene in Sandlot is actually like the end, the fade out. It's telling what happens to everybody
Yes, of
Yeah.
like
course.
in the future, and they literally are like, running the bases, and then eventually there's nobody left except for
But
the
Benny.
Beast, or
that is, yeah.
Benny and the Beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. That
Hercules. Hercules.
again up there, and of course James Earl Jones and the whole reveal at the end. The fucking dream sequence with the babe. Um.
That's my favorite scene, dude.
Yeah. They're just again endlessly rewatchable. This is up there also with like Hocus Pocus and a couple others that I had in rotation at the restaurant that I used to work at, and we would just kind of just have something on, and it was one of those DVDs that auto played like when it would go back to the menu.
Okay.
So definitely definitely up there in terms of just sheer count.
And they're all doing something now, I think. There's some show that's coming out that Patrick Crenna is like he's making where it's all of them grown up. It has nothing to do with the Sandlot, but they're all like dudes past their prime, either like coaching little league or like their kids. It's something that's coming out at some point. I was just my dad always sends me stuff about the Sandlot to my Instagram, and he sent me something about that, and I was like, okay, cool, pop. So at some point there'll be something with all of them. Um, Except I think the kid who plays Smalls wound up going on and doing other stuff. I think he was in Band of Brothers for a couple episodes. He's done other
Tom
stuff.
He was in
Yeah,
Mystic River. He's been
that's
in a
right,
bunch of shit.
Mr. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
What a career.
Um,
And Lassie.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was.
But yeah,
That's what, dude. No, we have to do that. We have to do all the
and
TV
all Oops All Animals is the wait,
no,
is
no,
that what we
no,
did?
no, no, no,
Oh,
not
okay.
Oops All Animals. We have to do a top 10 old ass TV shows that they turned into movies in the 90s. I'm talking Leave It to Beaver, Flipper, the Brady Bunch movie, the Addams Family movie. We have to rank all of those things. We did this thing in the 90s where we did this revival of all these old TV shows.
The
And
Mod
there's,
Squad,
yeah, all that
the
stuff. Yeah.
Avengers.
Rob
Exactly.
Zombie's The Munsters.
Right.
No,
Yes.
no, that was recent. That wasn't in the 90s.
But yeah, because
I'm gonna have to watch that.
I literally watched Leave It to Beaver the other day, and I was like, this doesn't hold up. But I remember watching this all the
It
time.
doesn't. That's a
It
bummer.
no, it does actually. It truly does. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Christopher McDonald, because it was like meta. Like that was
You
the
know, when
whole
I
thing,
played
right?
Sandlot, yeah, no, they were totally making fun of the show the entire time, and I didn't get
That's
it
what.
till this watch now. Like I get it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
June, you're wearing pearls. What are you like? Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
another one that I'm like, no. Do people remember like how that movie rocked? Like,
yeah. It's really
Leave It
good.
to Beaver.
Oh yeah,
In my memory, Christopher McDonald
yep.
crushed it.
He
Eric
did.
Von Detten from Brink as
Eric
Crushed
Wally.
Von
it.
Detten.
Crushed it. And I couldn't tell you the little kid's name or the guy who played Eddie Haskell, but I do know Erica
His
Christensen
name
was.
is Beaver Cleaver, Gavin. His
Oh
name is
right,
Beaver
the
Cleaver.
actor. Yeah,
His
the actor.
name is Beaver
Beaver
Cleaver.
Cleaver.
His name is Beaver Cleaver.
And Project Mayhem, when someone dies, their name is Beaver Cleaver.
Cameron Finley is the actor.
Oh wow, Cameron.
He's
Okay.
now 38 years old.
Jesus
Congrats,
Christ.
Cameron, on making it to 30,
He
38.
and I are the same age. All right.
Yeah, what a time. My wife would let it be known that she's upset that Twilight did not make anybody's list as baseball movies.
Is it
But I
just the
will.
first one?
I think it is just the first
It is
one that
just the
has
first
the
one.
scene where they play baseball in the rain. But I will say that's more baseball that exists than in the movie Basketball. So
You guys shouted out, or you and I shouted out Game 6. Patrick, have you seen Game 6
I have not.
with Michael Keaton?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, it's so great. Uh, he's a New York playwright,
Yeah.
and it's the infamous Game 6 of what year was that, Mayfield? What World Series was that?
true, I don't
It's
remember.
Buckner. It's the Bill
Oh, through the
Yeah,
Buckner
legs,
yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Buckner. Oh, the
through the legs
80,
incident, right?
86,
Was that the Mets?
87,
Yes.
Yeah, it's 86.
86.
And I'm
Yeah,
not even a baseball fan.
I knew it. I said I thought it was
And
86.
so
Yeah.
he's a New York playwright. He's a Mets fan, and he's also a gambling addict. And he's just having like the like worst day of his life, like most stressful day of his life. And then on top of that, it's all building towards Game 6 of the World Series, which of course, he has money on, amongst other things, while everything's fall. And it's just like you, as the audience, know like where this is all
Where it's
headed.
going.
Yeah.
And then the question is like, how is, you know, how is what's about to play out going to affect everything else that's led up to it or whatever. Great, great little movie. Fantastic Michael
RDJ.
Keaton performance. I would say honestly, like top five favorite Keaton performances personally. He's so
Okay.
good in it.
Catherine O'Hara.
And yeah,
Oh, wow.
2006, kind BB Newworth is in there, I think too,
Wow.
if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. Killer
Yeah.
cast, really, really good. Who's the is the daughter Poots? Is that early Imogen Poots? Am I crazy?
No, I don't think it is. I
I don't
think
know why
it
I thought that was
is.
early Poots.
It's Ari Grainer.
Oh, from she was the drunk friend in Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, one of the most iconic drunk white girl performances in cinema history.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. So yeah, worth checking out. And just to name more baseball movies, so Brendan is upset. Here are the ones that just were on people's list
I don't know if he's here. He's just
he
I don't even
set
know
the
what this
phone down and
is.
walked
Yeah.
away. Baseball movies that only one person had, but at least were it named at some point. The Scout, Stealing Home, The Stratton Story, the Tiger Town, Cobb, the original Angels in the Outfield, Amazing Grace and Chuck. Uh,
Oh, can I shout one out? Can I shout one out?
Sure,
Sorry.
Sugar.
Sugar, yes, exactly. Ryan Fleck and Anna Boden. It was their follow-up to Half Nelson. It is about something that I I'm kind of shocked there hasn't been more movies made about. I'm sure there's plenty of docs about it, but it's about the immigrant experience in baseball, coming into like the minor league system and culture shock, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just really grounded, down to earth, very lived in. Not exactly like crazy baseball sequence, but it's a great character study and yeah, just great story. That's not a very low key movie, but definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. Sugar.
Not enough people talked about Trouble with the Curve or Million Dollar Arm.
Is that JT as a pitcher with Eastwood helping him and Amy Adams? Is that it?
Eastwood's the blind scout or going blind, and he's hearing it. And JT is just kind of the love interest, but Amy Adams is the daughter who's of uh, our main
Sounds
character. And
interminable. Million Dollar Arm is the John Hamm Scout movie.
yep, that's true.
And the Scout is Brendan Fraser, but who is the Scout?
I know who you're talking
In The
about.
Scout.
I remember the cover. Is it?
Like
It's
it's
in the
he's the
90s, right?
Yeah,
he's the pitcher,
it's
but
Brooks. It's Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks. Yeah.
Oh, is this good?
No.
I was gonna
I-
say it only had one.
It is a '90s comedy. Like
I
if
do
you
like
want
Albert Brooks.
if you want
Diane
the,
Weist.
if you want the
What?
better version,
Lance
watch
Smith?
the one with Billy Crystal recruiting Manute Bol for the NBA.
Mm.
Wait, no, not Billy Crystal. Is Above the Rim? Is that what you're talking about? No. The Air Up There? Isn't that Kevin Bacon?
Is it Kevin?
What's the one with Manute Bol? Okay. Oh my God. What are we doing? Is it The Air Up There though?
94
Yeah.
is Above the Rim.
That's Tupac and
That's Tupac.
Yeah.
Leon, I think.
The Air Up There, a basketball
Kevin
coach
Bacon.
travels to Africa to
Oh, it is
recruit a
Kevin
new
Bacon.
star. It's Kevin Bacon.
Are you thinking of My Giant, Patrick? Is that why you said Billy Crystal?
Yes.
Okay.
I get the Air Up There and My Giant confused.
Do you know who directed The Air Up There?
I do not.
Paul Michael Glazer, star of Starsky and Hutch, and he also directed The Running Man.
Disney greenlit
Whoa.
some wild movies back in the day.
I was gonna say, dude, the early '90s is a treasure trove of Touchstone, like Disney, just whatever, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I love
This-
it.
The Scout has Brendan Fraser, Albert Brooks, Diane Weist, Lance Smith. Just a treasure trove.
I guarantee
But
you, if
it's-
we go back and watch that, that's like an 8 out of 10 right now.
No way, because it's got Michael Rappaport in it. So you've got to sit through that
All right.
for an hour and 41 minutes.
I used to
But,
love
you know.
Rappaport.
I was gonna say this era, he's probably really, he's still in like the True Romance mode or something. where
Yeah,
got
he's probably
Michael-
still halfway decent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where the world started watching him eat. Like, oh God,
I mean, because that's totally beautiful girls, true romance.
I forgot
Era.
about Beautiful Girls. Yeah.
How can you forget
The
about beautiful
early
girls? Beautiful
Spike
girls.
stuff. What was he? What's the college one? School Days. Is he in School Days or he's
No, it's
in?
higher
He's in
learning.
He's in
Higher
higher
Learning.
learning,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That one.
which is the movie that I talked to Christy Swanson about when I met Christy Swanson. I didn't Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's what I'm talking about,
I watched
Fetching.
Higher Learning like
That's
the
what I'm
entirety
talking
of my
about.
freshman year of college.
Yes. That's that's awesome. Nobody else is hitting her with that, I'm sure.
No, she's like, nobody talks to me about this movie. You liked it? I was like, dude, we were all about it my freshman and sophomore year of college because it was the 90s.
There we go. Uh,
Well, my friends, that's all the baseball I got for you. 9 innings is come and gone, 27 outs for
I was
both
gonna say
teams.
we should have cut number 10 and just made it nine
9. That
innings.
would have been fun.
We should have taken a seventh
Damn it,
inning
we should have thought about
stretch.
that. Yeah, just cut the Sandlot out. Don't let
I
people
should have
know
sang
the.
more.
Yeah,
hmm
well,
Yeah, we
you
could
know.
all. You all want to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" to end it? It'd be
I already
great.
did it, Gav. I already did it.
Oh,
But
you did the
he had
opener?
to do it out of key and not the correct melody, so
Oh,
that this
okay.
podcast would not be
So I can
silenced.
fool the algorithm. Yeah.
But
The
yeah.
voice of the angels.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people had the Sandlot as the number one. In fact, 3 of y'all did it, and the other 2 of us had it in the top 5. So you know,
It's just kind of undeniable.
yes.
It's so much fun. We didn't really talk about it, but did any of it who played baseball? What positions did you play? And anybody feel
So
like
that's the
sharing
thing.
that?
Everybody played baseball. Like it doesn't matter. Wait, that's the thing. Everybody played baseball.
I played through high school uh, for the Generals.
Oh yeah.
I was a DH, and then I graduated early my senior year and didn't play. Probably could have gone pro if I did. Uh,
We'll
they
never
were
know.
there
Hey,
setting me up for
hey,
Tommy John.
we'll never know.
I remember our baseball coach in high school was a firm believer that conditioning was not necessary. That if you played hard enough in baseball, that you would be conditioned enough to be fast and successful. Dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Such a You know how much standing you do in baseball,
Right.
so so I ended up conditioning with our soccer team, so that I would actually be better. Yeah, no, it is what it is. We
Okay,
were not very good in high school.
this is not baseball. Well, it may be baseball specific, but does everybody remembers collectively the baseball Pizza Hut commercial where a baseball folks like like the kid is out in the outfield and they're singing the song and he just happens to like catch a baseball and it's like for all those who play Pizza Hut accepts them and all the kids go to everybody remembers that, right? It was like on either Ninja Turtles or like Hook, I think. It was above in front of those VHSs, but we all collectively remember that commercial,
Oh,
right?
damn it. Hook should have been on the list.
That is a good bait. You're right. That's a run home,
Ooh,
Jack.
yeah.
Run
Yeah.
home, Jack. No,
Ugh.
no, no, no. You've got it backwards. Home run, Jack. Home run, Jack.
For that Christmas tournament Little League game that they
Yeah,
put
because
in the
hey, it was
movie.
fall ball. It was fall ball.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
played fall ball as a kid.
I do think it was
Where you can
listed as
almost
like
play every.
a charity tournament or something like that in the movie. It is very clearly meant to kind of be,
But it's
on the
also
tail end.
framed as like his big game that you got to show up for. Like it's everything's been building to this. He's just
Yeah.
hoping you wouldn't notice.
He sends his assistant to go film the game. Weak sauce. Ugh,
Yeah.
Peter.
I was gonna say, yeah, what are some other great baseball sequences in non-baseball
In
movies?
non-baseball movies.
But it's maybe a different list for a different time. So,
Never been kissed.
oh,
Rob's
there you
whole
go.
arc, David Arquette's whole arc of like coming back, playing with the team, getting out of it, but then at the very end of the movie, it's like, oh wow, he gets to be a coach. It all works out for him. He doesn't get in trouble at all for going back to high
For
school and pretending to
dating.
date,
Yeah.
just dating, just dating. He
Well,
doesn't do anything inappropriate.
they're pretty sure they're making out for like the whole back half of that movie.
that is true. Yeah. See, but we never got there because Noah and I used to watch that movie every night one summer, but we would always be asleep
You
before
know
like
what? You know what? I always forget about that summer, and you know what? Never Been Kissed might be, might be up there as well in like the top 10 most rewatched, simply because of that.
yeah.
It was a
There's a
go-to
baseball scene in
VHS.
Dazed and Confused.
Oh,
Yeah,
There
that's a
is.
good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I was also trying to figure out if that was enough to put Dazed and Confused way up on my list here.
I mean, it's almost
You just got to go.
enough
Everybody
when
wants
you're.
some.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
That's why I did,
Everybody
but-
wants some. I was gonna say maybe has as much baseball as Dazed and Confused does.
I don't know.
Dude,
there's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
more about baseball though.
Certainly.
I find myself wanting to throw that movie on and rewatch it more than I think most other movies. It's just such an easy watch and it's such a hangout, and all the guys are like, and Glenn Powell is a charm factory. I don't care what anyone else has to say about it. Uh, it's
Preach.
it's so watchable, but also it's even the things like them playing ping pong with each other and getting pissed at
That's
each
it.
other, and the waterbed sequence at the beginning, the chopping a baseball in half with an axe, all that stuff is so dumb and stupid, and it's fun to hang out with.
Did you see what the new Linklater project is?
I feel like I did, but I don't
He and Glenn Powell are working together once again.
love it.
They had great success together in Everybody Wants Some, but specifically in Hitman together.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a Lou Gehrig movie.
See, look
Speaking
at
of
that.
Pride of the Yankees, yes, he's gonna play Lou Gehrig, and I don't know what all they're gonna do with it, but oh yeah,
Man, it's a shame he got Lou Gehrig's disease. Should have
yeah,
seen that
it
coming.
is a shame. But
That's
yeah, I
funny.
believe that's their next project. What are the
I'm-
odds? Is
I have
is that
not-
from Father's
What are
Day?
the odds?
Is that
What
from
are the
Father's
odds?
Day?
Yeah, he died
Billy
of Lou Gehrig's
Crystal?
disease.
Yeah, he died of Lou
He
Gehrig's
said,
disease.
"Oh, what are the
What are
odds?"
the
No,
odds?
no. I was laughing because I'm thinking of Ted at the end where he, what's his face, tells Joe McHale, "I just sincerely hope you fucking get Lou Gehrig's disease." And at the end of the movie, they're like, "And he died of Lou Gehrig's disease." I don't know. That just every now and then Ted pops in my head. If you haven't watched the TV show on Peacock, you should because it's hilarious, especially that second season that just came out. It's just ridiculous. I love it.
I need to do a deeper dive into Linklater because I have still never seen any of the Before trilogy.
That's a big old blind spot.
Yeah, huge. But even things like, dude, I watched Tape, I think in college, and that blew me away. I don't know how well that holds up on rewatch, but um, Hitman's an absolute joy. And then even Nouvelle Vogue or Vague
Nouvelle Vague.
I really enjoyed it, and it made me want to jump into French New Wave.
Even his quote unquote misses are more compelling than most people's great successes in my book. He's one of those dude. He's the chiller Soderbergh in that he's always kind of changing it up, but he has such a low key approach to everything that's just kind of tailored for whatever the project is. It's like he can go make a, you know, down the middle studio comedy like School Rock that just like hits all the quadrants and everybody loves and is like a generational classic. And then he can also just like go right back to doing his, preferred low key character driven mosaic or, very small character study and never loses a step.
Well, I never saw Apollo 10 and a half or Waking
Incredible
Life or
movie. Like again, that one just got lost to Netflix. Like one of his best movies in years. And again, I think he has a very low, like, very high hit rate, very low miss rate. But yeah, that and Hitman I think came out in the same year. I think they were
Hitman
both
was a
same
joy.
year.
Hitman was an absolute blast.
Another one that I feel like got, it had a moment, but it's just like if that was in theaters, that would have been a thing. Like that movie would have made money, people would have been talking about it, and I feel like instead it had one weekend and then it had no conversation around it.
And then no bad. This was Gavin's Bad News Bears was Linklater's.
Yeah.
Again, I think if you remove it, it's one of those like if he had just made a straight up baseball comedy with an acerbic coach again,
Yeah,
and
just
we
don't
all
call
just
him
kind of
Buttermaker
knew it
and you're
was,
fine. Yeah.
we all just kind of knew it was Bad News Bears, but we weren't explicit about it. I think that movie is totally watchable and fine and enjoyable. Greg Kinnear is a great douche
Yes.
coach in it. The kids are enjoyable. It's maybe not as it's definitely not as hard edged as it thinks, as edgy as it thinks it's being in its modern context relative to what the original Bad News Bears was doing in the 70s.
Right.
With the kids. It's just not nearly as like edgy. Uh so yeah, I'm sure in that aspect, movie's probably not great overall, and especially if you're watching them back to back. Like, but do I think it's better than Breaking Training or Go to Tokyo? Maybe. I'd have to rewatch those movies. I haven't seen them in forever. But yeah.
I don't think you were alive the last time I saw those movies.
Yeah. Again, somebody give me a box set. I would love to be able to do a triple feature. Haven't seen any of them in ages, but
Well, I'm going to
this
take a
was
note from Brendan and just leave.
just yeah,
I also
just
plan on
leave your
turning off
screen up.
my camera
Okay,
in
well
action.
that's probably a good idea. Uh Again, I think I don't know. We either I don't know what we would want to do next week potentially. We can kick that around, but obviously
Well,
the thing
it's been 2 weeks. Do we want to give our opinions on the Odyssey now? Because that's what we're known for, right?
well
Like 2 weeks after everything's happened, we're going to
well
talk
yeah,
about it.
they've been
That's how we always were.
they've been trickling in. Brendan has not seen it. I don't know if he's hearing any of
What?
this right now or not. Uh but yeah, you can share them or you can share them next week or whatever you want to do.
No, I'm saying if we're all going to talk about it, we can. If you're looking for ideas, that's
I
on
think we
brand.
wait for Ev to get in because Mayfield has seen it now. You've seen it. I've seen it. Brendan has not seen it. But yeah, we wait until Ev shows up. So the thought is no, that next recording would be Camp Miasma, but that doesn't open until the 20th. So if we want to do something between now and then, we can. But the plan would be Miasma review slash summer camp movies.
Okay.
Just kind of a general discussion, recommendations,
Yeah,
fun
there's a
times.
couple that have come out the last couple of years. I'm like, these are neat. People should be watching them.
So that I think is the planned programming. And like I said, if you guys think of anything you want to do next week in the interim, but I guess the plan would be, let me see, okay, it opens on the 20th. So yeah, if you guys wanted to do like anywhere the 24th or the 26th to record the Miasma episode, that would be
Yeah.
the game plan.
Okay.
And then also before we wrap, do we want Gavin? Okay, you know, Mayfield got to do his list.
What?
Evan got to do his. The baseball thing kind of came about because Brendan was kind of taunting Mayfield with it. So that's how we got to here. September. Do you want to do anything for Resident Evil? And if so, what would you like to do? Do you want to do one episode, like where we all watch them in advance and we have to rank them? Like, do you want to do something Resident Evil centric? Do you want to go through the games and rank them? Do you want to
If we're
talk
gonna
about the W.S. Andersons? Like, how do you want to
No, not
approach this?
particularly. No, we should just all go see it and we talk about it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
That's all I want to
saying.
do about it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Miasma is the big review for August. It's like we didn't
Yeah.
really talk about the Odyssey, but we're all going to try and get on the same page, or at least have a handful of us catch Miasma. We've been anticipating it. I figure we're going to do the same thing for Resident Evil because we all really enjoyed Weapons last year, and everybody's on the
Oh
Kreger
yeah.
train.
No,
We're
me
going to
and
make a
Perk are
thing of
going.
it.
Me and
I
Perk
was
are
just
going
wondering,
Thursdays.
did you want to do anything regarding the franchise in advance of that, or to go along to be paired with that episode, like kind of like we're doing with this, where we're doing the summer camp movies?
I mean, if you want to, I, we could talk just zombies in general if you want. If you have like favorites, but I mean, I feel like
It's gonna be a nice lead into our to Arctober. So that's what I was
yeah, I
thinking.
guess yeah. If you just want to do like a review of Resident Evil, quick, no spoilers, just like all of our hot takes,
I think what
and then we do like a,
I
a
think it
ranked.
just hit me, because he's taking the property to tell the story he wants to do with it or whatever. Let's let's find the most Resident Evil ass sequences in zombie movies, if you will.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I
Like
don't know what that
pre-exist,
means.
like from a, this feels like Resident Evil blank blank. Like this sequence from Dawn of the Dead makes me think of, whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what a Resident Evil. I've never done any Resident Evil.
Well, maybe you just go in cold and you're the guy who's just experiencing it that way. I don't
I've
know.
only seen the
Yes.
first one,
Yeah.
That work.
and I saw it in the theater.
And you have not played any of the video games.
I watched Matthew play like the first hour of the first one,
Gotcha.
up to the dogs.
Maybe I set this one out. Maybe I don't join unless you learn to open your minds and learn how to play the fucking theremin. No.
Open your mind. I'm sorry, dude. Okay. I've been watching Rick and Morty just to say that I've seen it all. And there was an episode the other night I watched where it was like a Quado deal, and so they just open your mind, open your. That's all the Quados could say. It's ridiculous. I don't. But yeah. Sorry. I should have just let you play the fucking theremin. Why don't we let's do that for Thanksgiving, September, and just talk about Walk Hard.
Theremins?
September, Thanksgiving, talk about Walk Hard? What?
I was gonna say let's do that for I said Thanksgiving. I meant September. Let's just talk about Walk Hard. That's what I want to do. I just want one episode. We all sit down and we just deconstruct Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Wait, does that mean I have to watch that movie?
I just don't know how
Wrong
compelling.
kid, Dad.
I just don't know how.
Wrong kid, Dad.
I just
I'm
don't
just
know how
kidding. No, wait.
compelling.
No,
like
it's
just
not. It's
going
not.
through our favorite bits and repeating them. Now,
First of all, for me,
Now,
super compelling.
if
For
we-
anyone listening,
what I was
Thank
gonna
you.
say. What I was gonna say.
No
Mileage-
problem with
mileage
me.
will vary.
Alternatively,
Yeah, but that's
we
the whole.
could alternatively, if we could figure out the functionality to do a watch along commentary track for Walk Hard, where we get to watch it together and just discuss while it's happening, people could then sync to the movie. That I think could be very cool. Because we've talked about doing commentary tracks before, and if we can figure out how to make that functionality work in this Zoom format, I think that's a fun way forward. Where maybe we do monthly commentaries.
The movie Crypt with Adam Green and Joe Lynch does that all the time.
Would we? I mean,
You basically Amazon lets you do like a party watch, right?
well, we could also someone could watch it and share their screen on Zoom, and
that's what I'm
we
saying.
could turn the volume down.
That's my point: is the functionality of being able to like stay on Zoom, see each other, also simultaneously see the movie, see it with subtitles. Obviously, if you want to put it on your screen and sync it up behind you, but I was just saying some convenient way to like show the movie here. Yeah, where we'd probably just mute the audio. and
That's
watch
what
it with
you'd have to do is
subtitles.
just mute the audio and but it'd just be us saying the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, each of us take a part, and then
That's what we mean by commentary track, right?
Right,
It's
yeah,
just
we're doing our
basically ADR for the entire film.
and you never once
You
paid for
can't-
drugs.
Not once.
There-
You
there-
can't
there
be
used-
double married, Dewey.
I just know you're gonna fail.
I did it right. We're married. I did the thing.
Now that's
I think we'll get DRM'd on that, man.
I was gonna say that's another thing is I'm like, would it be cool to like,
Get John C. Riley on the podcast.
yeah, obviously, but I was gonna say no, like show Patrick, that's the context you see it in for the first time is like with very low sound and subtitles, a movie you've never seen before in real time while we're doing commentary on it.
It is one of those things
Probably
that I watched
really
it with
annoying.
I watched it with my wife and she does not love it as much as I do. But also I'm wondering if that love comes from every new biopic that she will watch from here on out will be parodied by that movie. And I'll get to look at her and smirk and be like, they did the Dewey Cox. 15 years later, they're still doing the Dewey Cox.
It's still happening. It was
I need more
recently.
didgeridoos.
6,000 didgeridoo or 5,000. I don't know what the number is. Didgeridoos.
It is one of the most oft mentioned movies on this here podcast, so we definitely should do something in honor of it at some point. Until then,
Learn to
we are-
play the theremin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's just leave it at that. I've been Noah. These have been members of the excuse me. I have been Noah,
I've been Gavin.
and we've been the Blanchard brothers. We've been joined this evening by our cousin, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard. our good friend Mr. Brendan Riley. Who the hell knows where he's disappeared to?
He's on an Odyssey, Noah.
He no clip, dude. He no clip.
He went
He's
to
in
go.
the back rooms.
He went to go watch it. Yeah,
He's in the
yeah.
horse.
He's
He's in the horse.
Currently being transformed into a pig somewhere.
Yeah.
And once again, the incomparable Mr. Sunshine Maple, thank you for hosting this evening. These have been our favorite baseball films of all time. And until next time, for the ARK of E Network, you've been listening to what we've been swinging at. Give me a baseball metaphor.
I'm getting there. I was just gonna simply say that. Listen, kid. There's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered. The legends never die.
Follow your heart, kid.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna finish it.
No, I didn't want to, but yeah, you could just finish it like that. It'd be perfect. You never go wrong. Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.